Today I'm in Soho, the coolest neighborhood in London. I'm going to show you some historic sites, some rockin' spots, and so much more. So come with me. Night or day, Soho is the very definition of London's diverse and vibrant culture. Today we'll explore Soho Square to Wardour Street to Carnaby Street and everything in between. Soho is super easy to get to as it sits in the center of 4 major London streets and 3 busy underground stations. We're starting here in Soho Square. In the late 1600s, Soho Square, then called King Square, was home to upper-class families and aristocrats. By the mid-1800s, those residents all moved to more fashionable places like Mayfair and Marylebone. In their place, a more bohemian society emerged, featuring artists, actors, and musicians. This is the vibe that remains to this day. As the years went by, Soho started getting a seedy reputation as brothels and sex shops dotted the streets. While there's still pockets of sin, Soho is better known now for high-end restaurants, exciting bars and clubs, and posh boutiques. As we head south of the square, one of the best places for celebrity sightings is on Dean Street. The Soho House is where Harry and Meghan had their first date. The Crown and Two Chairmen has been known to serve Gordon Ramsay and Sigourney Weaver. And the Dean Street Townhouse is a favorite of Gwyneth Paltrow and Katy Perry, among others. I think the window seat at the corner of the Crown and Two Chairmen is a great place to people watch. One of the most infamous spots in Soho is the Raymond Revue Bar. It's been a comedy club, topless show, a gay bar, and it's now called a theater of varieties. French and Saunders of Absolutely Fabulous and the cast of The Young Ones got their start here. It's also where Elton John and David Furnish had their bachelor party. Moving on to Old Compton Street, this is where you'll find Poppy's, which in my opinion is London's best fish and chips, and the place I'm getting lunch today. Poppy's has been around since 1952. It always rates highly on review sites, and there's also locations in Spitalfields and Camden. 2 very historic clubs in Soho are Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club and the Marquee Club. Ronnie Scott's, the site of Jimi Hendrix's last gig, is still found on Frith Street. A host of big-name acts from Nina Simone to Jeff Beck recorded live albums here, so it's not only historic, it's still going strong today. The Marquee Club on Wardour Street sadly closed in 2008, but every single ear-shattering, hard-rocking Guitar Hero band played here, from Pink Floyd to Led Zeppelin, Bowie, The Who, Queen, The Stones, and just about everyone else in your record collection. I wish I could have experienced just one show here. In a little alley called St. Anne's Court off of Wardour Street, you'll find Trident Studios. This is where the Beatles recorded several songs from the White Album, and David Bowie recorded Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Bowie fans can get a picture of his blue plaque here. Of course, the West End theaters are a huge attraction along Shaftesbury Avenue. At night, the marquees light the street as theatergoers move from trendy restaurants to lavish productions. This is Berwick Street. It's my favorite street in Soho for 3 reasons. You got a rock and roll art gallery, you got a really cool record store, and you even have an album cover location. Let me show you all 3. If you're as big of a music fanatic as I am, you'll love the Euphoria Gallery. It's full of pop art by locals who have an obvious reverence for rock's greatest bands. Up the street a bit is Reckless Records, my favorite Soho music shop. Since 1984, they've been buying and selling vinyl and CDs. They have a seemingly endless array for music enthusiasts to browse, and the decor and the music in the shop is just stellar. When approaching the corner of Darblay Street, Oasis fans will see a very familiar sight. With 111 pubs listed in Google, you'll have no trouble putting together a Soho pub crawl. As we turn down Broadwick Street, we come upon a pump. This is the John Snow Memorial. Snow traced a bad cholera epidemic in Soho in 1854 to this water pump. He insisted the handle be removed as the pump was tapped into a well tainted by sewage. Along with the memorial, he even got a pub named after him. Our last stop is the world-famous Carnaby Street. In the swinging 60s, Carnaby Street was known for boutiques owned by world-renowned fashion designers like Mary Quant and attracted rock stars like Mick Jagger, Pete Townsend, and Rod Stewart. Now Carnaby Street stores are mostly of the chain variety, but there's still plenty of unique shops to browse. There's also an abundance of restaurants and pubs to take in whilst visiting the area. I enjoy the hidden Kingly Court to get away from the crowds a bit. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something about this incredible neighborhood. I'm sure you would dig Soho whether you are a London visitor or a resident. Soho offers so much more than I could ever show you in one video. But if you did like it, please like, subscribe, and share. It would really help. I appreciate it. Cheers.